welcome to, I actually don't know what to call this. It is a new series that I decided to do. I've been working on it behind the scenes for a long time, and it is gonna be a recipe / cooking series. So with that, we're gonna start with turkey, and I'm really excited. It's turkey season, so let's get at it. So this recipe is called lemon orzo pasta, and of course we're going to be adding turkey to it. You can also substitute for chicken if you prefer, but since this is a wild game recipe, we're definitely using wild turkey. And this is actually my Iowa bird from last year. That was a really fun hunt, so it's really cool to make something really good out of the animals that I harvest. So thank you to my Iowa bird, but we're gonna make a good meal. So for some of the ingredients that we need is salt and pepper, some Italian seasoning. We're gonna need a lemon, orzo pasta, Parmesan cheese, and then for veggies we need spinach, half of a onion, some garlic, and then we're gonna need a little bit of heavy cream, some chicken broth, which you can also use the broth of turkey. For this recipe, you need some sort of shredded or rotisserie style meat. So you can either do that ahead of time, or if you do it the day of, whenever you boil your meat, you can use the broth from the turkey, but we're gonna use chicken broth today. And then of course, butter and some oil. Okay, so this recipe is honestly very, very simple, very easy and quick. So if you need one of those meals for like a night that you're just like, I don't feel like making something, this is very simple. So I do want to point out for the turkey, wild turkey is a lot tougher than like chicken or even store-bought turkey. So when it comes to prepping it and even just cooking it in general, it tends to be something that you want to take your time with versus, you know, hoping to just throw something together. So for the fact that you need it to be kind of a rotisserie or shredded style for this meal, I would recommend prepping it ahead of time. I mean, unless you have the time, that's totally fine, but it does take a while to kind of boil and break down. You know it's perfect and ready whenever you can just take 2 forks and shred it up, which is kind of what we got here. But I did want to note that. So to get started, what we're gonna do is chop up some onion, we're gonna saute it, and then get some garlic going. Onion is one of those things you can kind of use at your own discretion. If you like it, you can use a bunch. If not, you don't need a whole lot. I like a lot of onion personally. Don't make fun of my cutting. I know people out here are gonna be watching my stuff and be like, that's not how you do it. Which, that's fine. I'm not a pro. So you're kind of just dicing it. You can have some bigger chunks. I have a few different sizes, as you can see, but like bite size is okay. A lot of time it'll cook down. Onion's one of those things that you, like if you want a certain size, always make it a little bit larger because when you do start to cook it, it'll sort of shrink down. So we're gonna get some butter and a little bit of olive oil started in the pan. And what I have is a Dutch oven, but you can use that or any sort of just like large pot. And I would say like a medium-low heat would be fine. Just plop that in, maybe. There we go. And then just like a few tablespoons of oil as well. So let's get this guy. Kind of mix the two. And you don't want to do overly high heat with butter because it'll burn. So I like to kind of put it on like a lower heat just to get it going. And then we'll throw in our onion. And then while that's kind of sauteing, we're gonna cut up some garlic. While the onions are going, we're gonna get our garlic out. This is probably one of my least favorite things to work with because it's kind of sticky and not the easiest to open. That was pretty easy. I know you can like smash it or something. Seen that? Kind of helps peel it. I'm a pretty messy cook if I'm being honest, so I have to deal with that. I also don't own one of those, like, what are they called? The garlic mincer thing. So I just kind of wing it. Do these like long, thin slices, and then I just use my fingers to like pinch them together. And you kind of just rock the knife on the opposite end. And you'll notice they're kind of like larger chunks. But what I do is like, once I get all of them cut, I'll put them all together and just kind of do like an overall chop. And obviously, you know, you can buy like store-bought, you know, garlic or any other vegetables, and they can come like pre-chopped or whatever. I just like to do the fresh personally, but you don't have to. Kind of just take your hand and slowly chop. Kind of like that, just so you get it about how it comes in like the pre-packaged stuff, like little dices. And we'll check our onions. Kind of just want them to start caramelizing, which you can see there's a little bit of brown, I guess probably just the distribution of heat, but if you stir it a little bit, it'll start caramelizing. And then once you see that, then you'll know that it's time to add the garlic and the herbs. All right, so about when you can press down on one of the chunks of onion and kind of cut it with something that's not sharp like a wooden spoon, that's about how you know it's time to add the garlic and the spices. Some Italian seasoning. A little bit of salt and pepper. This is definitely something you just do to taste. I'll add more later. Just give it kind of a good mix. And then what you're gonna do is add your dry pasta. And give that a nice stir. And you basically wanna make sure that the pasta gets coated with just a little bit of oil and butter. If you need to add more, obviously you can. And you want your heat on low. And essentially you're just doing a little bit of browning on the pasta before you add any liquid to kind of give it a little bit of like a roasted flavor. So I kind of just space it out where it can evenly cook. And I'd say honestly give it like 30 seconds to a minute. Just kind of keep your eye on it. You don't want it to burn. And then just stir it another 30 seconds to a minute, and then we'll move forward. Once you notice it's got like a little slight brown on the noodles, you're gonna add your chicken or turkey broth. As well as your heavy cream. And then also your lemon juice. So while I cut my lemon, we're gonna put it on like a medium heat. You just want like a slow kind of simmer. All right, so now as you can see, the pasta absorbed a lot of that liquid, and it's been about 10 minutes. I kind of like to just keep my eye on it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. You gotta stir it every couple minutes, but you know, just give it a little taste test, make sure the noodles are soft, and you're good to go. So now, What we're gonna do is add in our turkey. And some cheese, Parmesan. Give it a good mix. And you want your heat on low at this point. Lastly, we're gonna add in our spinach. And I know it looks like a lot, but it will cook down. You're just gonna slowly kind of stir it in until they all kind of wither and melt into it. But at this point, everything's cooked. It's just a matter of kind of combining everything. Okay, so once your spinach is kind of melted down, you're gonna cut the heat. Give it a nice stir one last time. And you are ready to eat. Yum! Guess I could have picked a better spoon, but this will do. Okay. And then you can top it with a little extra Parmesan if you like, and a little more salt and pepper. And then of course enjoy it. This might be really hot actually. Ooh. This might be hot. That is so good. Mmm. So good. And the lemon flavor is like perfect. It's not overpowering. Super good. So if you guys decide to try this recipe at home, let me know. And honestly, it's really cool for me because this is a turkey that I shot and am now able to finish the process and enjoy. And just a little side note for you guys, I have some turkey apparel on my website. If you guys care to check that out, feel free. I got the link in the description, and I'm pretty sure I was actually wearing this exact shirt in green when I shot this turkey, so I thought it was really fitting to wear it for today. And yeah, I'm gonna go eat the rest of this, so enjoy, guys.